Kellemes péntek estét kívánok mindenkinek, szevasztok fiúk, lányok. Na, hát ahogy ígértem, belenézzünk egy picikét ebbe a 2026-os rally világbajnokságba. Meglátjuk, hogy ez mennyire hogy fog sikerülni most, illetve majd a későbbiekbe. Ez leginkább attól függ, hogy nyilván ezekre én szerintem a tapasztalatok ezt mutatják, azért fogalmazok így, a YouTube azért ezekre a dolgokra egy picit jobban fog, úgyhogy figyelni fogom a streamet, hogy nem lesz esetleg probléma ebből, ha igen, akkor megszakítjuk, és akkor egyből megyünk crew motorfestezni, hiszen a ma este úgy néz neki, hogy nézzünk egy kis rallit, utána pedig megyünk, és akkor crew motorfestezünk, hiszen elég régen volt autókázás. Ha valamilyen oknál fogva tényleg az jön le, hogy nem igazán tudjuk ezt így most nézni, akkor a jövőbeli terv az fog kinézni, hogy majd Twitch-en lesznek ezek visszanézve, és ott ugye minden komolyabb probléma nélkül tudjuk ezt megoldani, mert amikor vége van a közvetítésnek, akkor nem rakom elérhetővé majd a tartalmat. Ugye YouTube-on ezt nem tudom megtenni, mert folyamatosan a felvétel alatt is ellenőrzés alatt van ilyenkor a csatorna. Teszt jelleggel futunk neki a dolgoknak, és nézzük meg, hogy akkor erre mennyire kapar esetleg a YouTube. Mondom, ha nagyon, akkor annyi történés lesz a dologban, hogy valószínűleg egy-két rallit ki fogunk hagyni itt az elején, és majd március vége, de inkább azt mondom, hogy április elejétől visszakapcsolódunk a világbajnokságba, és akkor lesz dedikáltan Twitch-en olyan tartalom, ami az ilyen érzékenyebb tartalmakra megy rá, amit annyira nem szeret a YouTube meg ilyesmi, viszont jellegéből adódóan meg szeretnék nektek megmutatni. Úgyhogy egy másodpercet kérek tőletek, és akkor bele is kezdünk, megnézegetjük, hogy mi újság. Annak érdekében, hogy egy picikét képbe kerüljünk a járgányokkal, meg minden, mert én is tényleg nagyon-nagyon régen néztem. Az első szakaszt azt úgy gondoltam, hogy nézzük meg együtt. Legalább egy picikét az autóhangokat, a kinézeteket is mutatják, hiszen ugye a startoltatás az végig fel van véve. És akkor mindenki látja, hogy nagyjából milyenek a verdák. Szimplán csak a WRC-t fogjuk nézni, ugye természetesen utána rögtön rajtol az ERC-nek is ugye a mezőnye, de ilyen sokat nem nézzünk, mert akkor 4-5 órán keresztül csak rallit nézegetnénk. Ennyire szerintem meg még nem vagytok fogékonyak a WRC-re, de az első szakaszt azt megnézzük, hogy egyáltalán hogy néz ki ez az egész, és akkor utána pedig megnézzük a monakói teljes hétvégének az összefoglalóját, és akkor utána pedig megyünk és crew motorfestezünk. Ezen a hétvégén zajlik egyébként már a svéd rally, tehát megint összejöttek a dolgok, srácok. Svéd WRC rally van, NFL Super Bowl döntő van, illetve szintén vasárnapról hétfő hajnalra lesz elméletileg az Artemis küldetésnek a rakétafellövése, amivel pedig megkerülik majd a holdat, úgyhogy ezen a hétvégén se kell unatkozni az embernek, hogyha valami érdekességet szeretne látni. Úgyhogy egyelőre a rallizáshoz kívánok mindenkinek jó nézegetést. Nyilván rá fogok kommentálni, mégis azért ez nem annyira vegyes dolog. Ha valakinek van észrevétel, nyugodtan szóljon. Itt tényleg az van, srácok, hogy vegyetek valami kis ropogtatni valót magatok elé, és nézzük meg, hogy mi újság a WRC-ben. Bízzunk benne, hogy hosszú távon fogja engedni a YouTube. Nyilván én majd a közvetítés után leszűröm azt, hogy ez mennyire hogy sikerült. Mint mondtam nektek, semmi gond nem történik, hogyha esetleg közbeszól a YouTube. Volt már ilyen ugye az ETS alatt a zenék miatt, akkor áttesszük magunkat majd teljes mértékben ebben az adásformában Twitchre április elejétől. Viszont addig akkor, hogyha már tudunk működni, akkor tapossuk neki ezerrel, és irány a WRC 2026-os Monte-Carlo Monaco rallinak a megnézése. Úgyhogy egy másodpercet kérek. Azt mondja, igen. Így, né, ez is jó. Egy másodpercet még kérek. Úgyhogy jó szórakozást hozzá mindenkinek, üdvözlöm a kedves vodnézőket is. Hát a vodnézőket azt lehet, hogy most nem fogjuk üdvözölni ezután, meglátjuk a YouTube mit szól, de látom érkeztek azért a chatten is. Szavasz Baraka, mi újság, hogy vagyunk? Hogy vagyunk? És átírom, hogy ne legyen félreértés, mert ugye Monte-Carlo, de ugye ez a Monacónak a provinciája, de akkor legyen már pontosan kiírva. Jó. Képhang elméletileg okés, itt jók vagyunk, ott jók vagyunk. Jó, én azt mondom nektek, hogy mindenhol is jók vagyunk, úgyhogy let's go!
Will be the first on the road this evening, the Monty Master leading the way for the others. The Alp Maritime beckons. 3 stages will run tonight, and the weather conditions are a major factor. All talk has been about the weather as we count down to the start of the 2026 season. So with that in mind, let's take a closer look at stage 1. Toudon to San Antonin. It's a stage from the past, the early 2000s, although some small sections have been used in 2 previous recent editions. It's a narrow and twisty stage, weaving swiftly through small villages with plenty of spectators to witness the opener.
Mondd azt, hogy meghoztam rá a kedvet.
But again, the weather could prove a major factor.
Szia, Moki!
All eyes have been to the skies as individual team Meteo try to predict the impossible.
Úgyhogy picikét ezt most megnézzük az elején, hogy mindenki láthassa, hogy milyen autók vannak a WRC-ben idén, és akkor utána pedig megnézzük a teljes összefoglalót. Ezért gondoltam, hogy erre ez a legjobb példa, mint hogy mutogassam a verdákat. Meg kicsit felvezeti, hogy hogy néz ki ez az egész.
Spirits are not dampened. Everybody is excited for things to get going. And this is the road order then ahead of the opening stage of the
Nyilván ugye itt vannak a Toyoták, itt vannak a Fordok, Pumával, nem Ford Focusszal, hanem Pumával, a Hyundaiok, vannak Skodák, és Skodából kevés van, kettő Skoda van, bocsánat, kettő Skoda van, de elég nagy számban vannak lancsák, srácok. A lancsa az nagyon kemény. Én nem is tudtam, hogy van lancsa most már a WRC-ben. Hallottam, hogy lesz, de... Ó, van 3 napos ingyenség. Ó.
Conditions. It's a very technical stage from the office. It's almost like Corsica look. Very busy. So a real test for driver and co-driver. Remember, Sebastian Ogier left Monte-Carlo earlier on with 4 studded tyres and 2 super softs. And for me, looking at the conditions right now, Bex, those super softs will probably work better than everyone else who's got 4
Azért is gondoltam azt, hogy nézzük meg az első szakaszt, mert egy picikét legalább lehet élvezni az autóknak a hangját mi egymást, és akkor utána mehet majd a teljes hétvége összefoglalója. Szóljatok rám, hogyha nagyon túlharsogom, mármint úgy értem, hogyha nagyon figyelni kell valamelyik hangra, de nyilván én is majd az eseményt figyelem inkább. A balansz legyen jó. Ne kelljen se nekem kiabálni felétek, se túl halk. Hogy tetszett egyébként, Baraka? A multi része szerintem teljesen jó, meg ez az endgame is. Így, hogy benne van a Game Pass-ba, így abszolút tök jó. Monacóban kemény a rally, állandóan ilyen idő van fönn a hegyekben, szart se látni.
And then 2 super softs. Let me see if I can work, if we know where he's running them. No data yet on my tyre scan information.
De állathangja van. De állathangja van. Mi újság, Moki? Készülsz az estére?
They've had great results at Rally Monte-Carlo, but I think one of the crucial things for me is what Elvin said at the end of last season. After Saudi Arabia, when he didn't win the championship, he was talking about what events he could target a little bit harder this year.
Ilyenkor, mikor a kép egy kicsit elmegy meg minden, akkor ne aggódjatok, ez nem a felvételben van nálam, meg ilyesmi meg a streamben, hanem nyilván ez ilyenkor élő kamerakép a kocsikból, tehát vannak leárnyékoltabb zónai a hegynek is, ilyenkor azért megy el. De nagyon kemény, hogy teljes mértékben 100%-ig live-ba közvetítik egyébként, az azért nagyon kemény.
Then you can approach the rally knowing that you can push a little bit harder. That being said, Monty's so changeable, it's so inconsistent, it's a different rally every time we come to the place. Elvin as well running 2 super softs on that car. Thierry will be the first person who will be able to get a gauge whether or not Thierry left with 4 studded tyres and 2 non-studded winter tyres. So we'll be able to make a direct comparison between them. But I think this will work well for the Toyotas through here, Bex. They'll just get that little bit more feeling through the super soft, and there's not a huge amount of standing water either.
No, there isn't. The stage is damp. I think one of the critical things from some of the safety crews who've come through is the visibility, the fog, the low cloud that has come down on this stage. It can be a little bit
Moki, ez nagyon magas labda. Késik a sose jó. Már most? Ez gyors volt, Moki.
That muck will just get pulled out onto the road. This isn't a big stage for cutting. Stage 3 definitely is. I think that's going to get quite scuttery and mucky as more and more cars pass through that one. But, you know, Seb and Elvin have to take advantage of their road position. You can see the way the car was moving around on the brakes there. Remember, he'll have 2 super softs and 2 studded compound tyres on it, so the balance will be all over the place.
Oda nézzetek. Az a durva, srácok, azt nézzétek meg, hogy sima aszfaltos úton is mit gépészkedik össze, bazd meg. Kegyetlen mit gépészkedik. Oda néz, tehát nincs egy másodpercig se nyugalomba a kormány. Beteg, bazd meg, mit gépészkedik. És azt hiszitek, hogy lassan megy. Majd nézzétek meg, amikor mutatják külső nézetből. Tolja neki ilyen kiló 20-40-nel. Na, Diane nincs itt. Itt vannak a Hyundaiok. Egyik kedvenc márkája.
These conditions, it's really good on slushy, really wet conditions, but as it is now, it's not, you know, you just don't get that feeling back. The car should not be doing what you want it to do.
Ma így vezettem haza a faluból.
Let's go back with Sebastian Ogier then, who we do describe as the Monty Master with 10 wins under his belt. He certainly is that. First on the road, and he hasn't been first on the road here for a good few years now. Ez
is nagyon kemény, hogy egy pillanatig lehetne látni bal oldalt, hogy van a gumiválasztás, hogy majdnem, hogy mind a 4 keréken másik gumi van. Ugye attól függő, hogy melyik kanyarok vannak. Ha megfigyeltétek, bal elől hógumi volt az autón, mert sok a balos kanyar, és hogy azt tapadjon be jobban, ha úgy van. Nagyon durva egyébként ez a kombinálás a gumikkal. És ha valaki szarul választ, akkor ennyi volt neki. Akkor bukta. A gumi múlik minden.
A hindrance to him, but we're going to have to wait and see actually what the conditions are like when we get there and whether or not the studs will actually
oda néz, hogy peremezi, bazd meg. Azt egyszer elkapja, az ennyi volt a felfüggesztésnek.
Elvin Evans flying back at 7.3 kilometers. He's 2 seconds faster than Sebastian Ogier.
Anyós ülésen simán összehánynám magam. Na Moki, te nem leszel navigátor. Mondanád. Bal 6! 50 jobb 4-es!
You are threading the eye of a needle as your famous phrase.
Itt nem lehet letekerni az ablakot, Moki. Itt csak kinyúlni lehet. Szia, Kársz! Hello, hello! Mi újság?
We were unsure when we were on the onboard, it looked like he was going slow, but he's naturally got that driving style. He's very, very smooth. He's not super aggressive. We only saw it from the face angle. But at 10.2 seconds down, he's losing 2 seconds a kilometre.
De azért beteg srácok, hogy valaki ezeket az utakat tolja nap mint nap, fönn a hegyekbe, mert itt lakik. Azért itt egyszer nézed be, bazd meg a kanyart. Itt nem kell jönni a rendőrnek, hogy megbüntessen. Nézd meg, mi van balra. A fenyőfa tetején mennek, baszki. Itt egyszer nézed be a hétköznapokba, hazafele jöhet. 10 másodperces hátrányban van már most növül. Minden oké, megláttam, hogy a rallit néztek, és jöttem, jól imádom a rallit. Ne is mondd, én is nagyon szeretem. Több mint 10 éve nem néztem WRC-t. Hát most idén ezt veletek közösen szeretném megoldani. Aki esetleg nem volt itt a stream elején, annak mondom, hogy ez nyilván ez most egy tesztadás. Megnézzük, hogy a YouTube hogy reagál rá, meg mi egymás. Hogyha gáz lesz, akkor április elejétől folytatjuk újra. Max 1-2 futam kimarad, de akkor ez az adás Twitchre költözik, és akkor ott egy picit büntetlenebbül tudjuk nézni. Illetve mondom mindenkinek, hogy nem a stream akad meg a kép megy el, hanem ugye ez élő felvétel az autóból, és ugye a hegy meg minden, ahogy leárnyékol, azért van az, hogy megszakad a kép. De így is szerintem brutális az, hogy gyakorlatilag élőbe lehet nézni bent az autóból. Ezért érdekes, hogy a Forma 1-ben mai napig alig tudják megoldani, hogy normálisan közvetítsen a kamera, amikor a pálya mellől vannak. Hát itt gondoljatok bele, hogy 10-20 kilométerekre vannak onnan, ahonnan veszik a közvetítést, és mégis ilyen minőséget kapunk meg minden. A Forma 1-ben a pályán nem tudják megoldani, hogy ne szakadjon szét a kép. Azért érdekes egy picit. 5-4-es előnyben. A WRC. Hát a hétvége se lesz jobb nekik, srácok, Svédországban, ahogy nézzük. Az kemény lesz nekik a hétvége. Hát, ha a YouTube kegyes lesz hozzánk, és a közvetítés után azt látom, hogy minden rendben, akkor jövő héten megnézzük a hétvégi svéd összefoglalót is majd. Illetve aki most érkezett, ez az egyes szakasz, azért nézzük meg az egyes szakaszt így külön, hogy egy kicsit ilyen évadbevezetőként az autókat meg mindent megismerjétek, és akkor utána pedig megnézzük a teljes monakói hétvégének az összefoglalóját. Utána pedig én mutatom meg, hogy Two Festbe ezek után hogy tudok vezetni. Nagyon figyelek, hogy ezeket a mozdulatokat meg tudjam nektek ismételni.
Remember, he did have those drive shaft issues, which ended up then causing subsequent suspension damage. That was all in shakedown. The team were confident that car was 100% when they sent it out. Hopefully there's nothing mechanical going on there, but this is a huge amount of time to be losing, Bex. Certainly when you look elsewhere as well, we've got other drivers who are running the same tyre package as Thierry Neuville, and are considerably quicker than him.
Just listening into Martin Vidaga here on the notes, and a reminder to everybody that this is a whole team affair. It always is on a rally, but even more so on Monty when you have all the route note crews who are out.
Azt nézzétek meg, hol fűzi. Szokták mondani, hogy a Forma 1-be is egy milliméterre mész a faltól. Hát erre mit mondasz akkor?
Almost predict what the weather is going to do with regards to choosing a tyre. It's a huge team effort here.
Caution zone, 120 crest hold, 4 right sharp, maybe middle, 120.
És ugye egy pályabejárás van, egyszer bejárják a pályát, fölírják a fontosabb dolgokat az itinerbe, és csókolom. Itt nem az van, mint a izébe, hogy 12-szer megyünk végig rajta, vagy 40, vagy most csak mondtam valamit. A Forma 1-ben hányszor mennek végig egy szabad edzésen, baszki? 200-szor.
Not too far away now from the flying finish with Sébastien Ogier on this opening stage of 2026.
Busy stage this, look, Bex, a little bit of shiny tarmac on the surface, just got to be aware of that. He makes his way down towards the finish, quite a bit of standing water starts to appear in the last kilometre or so. And that super soft tyre won't clear that water quite so well, it'll encourage just a little bit of aquaplaning.
Majd figyeljétek meg, hogy a Crew Motorfestben mennyire valósan van megcsinálva az, hogy lehetett látni a jobb kezét Ogiernek, hogy sem a váltón, illetve bocsánat, igen, tehát hogy sem a váltón, sem pedig a kormányon nem volt rajta, hanem ugye a kettő között a levegőben tartotta így behajlítva. Emlékeztek, hogy a Crew Motorfestben is, amikor nagy kanyar után vagy, így tartja a jobb kezét? Ezért mondtam nektek, srácok, hogy a Crew Motorfestben, amit a kormánytekeréses animációval csinál... Ott látod? Látod? Csak tartja, mert nem tudja, hogy kell-e még húzni egy kézit vagy valamit, vagy vissza kell nyúlni a kormányra. Zseniális, amit a Crew Motorfestbe csináltak. Egyszerűen zseniális.
Just watching Seb as he was manipulating the car with the handbrake coming through those hairpins, getting the front of it pointed where he wants to go before aggressively picking up the throttle.
There's quite a difference in time between him and Elvin Evans. Evans
nagyon
is
szép a
11
Toyota.
seconds faster at the penultimate split that we've got. That's a huge difference already.
Yeah, Elvin sending a message. You can see as well the standing water down.
Mi hangja
Down the
van.
other side of the mountain, Bex. We've left the snow and slush behind, but this is where it's wet, and you've got that standing water. You just got to be aware of. You saw as soon as he got onto that shiny bit of tarmac there, the car instantly got a little bit of a twitch on.
Yeah, we dropped down. I mean, the highest elevation at this stage is just over 1,000 meters. We dropped down to the village of San Antonin, and that's where Sébastien Ogier will be chatting.
Hogy durrognak ezek a 900 köbcentis ekobusztok?
We'll get feedback on the opening stage of the year and his thoughts. Don't think he's going to like the time comparison to his teammates.
It's not a lot of time though in Monte-Carlo, Ben.
That's true.
You can drop 15 seconds on the stage and then
Kegyetlen mi erő van bennük.
He won't be too worried.
Shiny, slip. Into 6 left sharp, just trim into tight handbrake right, so...
Seb, that's safely through the opening stage. Elvin, 11.1 quicker than you on the last split. What do you have to say?
Yeah, it's difficult on this condition to really know where the limit. I was definitely on the very safe side, but it's going to be a long weekend.
Is that him pushing?
You have to ask him that.
If we were in Finland now,
Láttátok, és még nehezítés is van a körülményekben, mert neki is ott volt a tábla, hogy vigyázzat, mert 1000 méteres szarvasok vannak. Azok veszélyesek.
Yeah, this is no question. It's a brilliant start from Elvin Evans, though, and I can't see anybody else going quicker than him with this tyre package on this stage. He's going to lead the rally going into stage 2, I'm sure of it.
It is a really committed performance, isn't it? But it is stage 1. It's 340 competitive kilometers here in Rally Monte-Carlo to go out there.
Azt, ahogy túrja neki. Belülről nem is érzed, hogy ekkora tempót tol neki.
But it is a fantastic start for the Welshman, 12 seconds.
Mikor leemeli a lábát a gázpedálról, milyen hangja van. Mokikám, remélem, hogy a Fiat is így szólt a hegyekben, mikor mentél hazafele.
I wonder if Molly is going to ask him if he was on the safe side in there.
Thank you, Scott. Time for Elvin 16.057. 16.057, Elvin.
That's Kyle Lindstrom from the Toyota team, just relaying and confirming the time back to Scott. Hyundai's Adrian Formo now into the stage. Let's get out to the stop control though. get the words of Elvin Evans.
Elvin, that's a full 12 seconds quicker than Seb. Where are you pushing?
I tried to go with a good rhythm, definitely, but yeah, just trying to be as smooth as possible. Obviously, not easy with a cross tire to get a good feeling, but did what we could.
Are you surprised it's that much already on the first stage?
It's only the beginning. Don't get too excited yet.
That's a great quote.
Right.
It's just the beginning. Don't get
Láttátok,
too
kim volt a
excited
tábla, hogy
yet.
fekete autóval driftelni tilos.
There into that braking zone. We're back with Thierry Neuville, who's now 27.1 slower than Ogier and 38.2 down. There it is on your screen. That's to Elvin Evans.
I'm really keen, as I'm sure is everyone watching right now, to hear Thierry's comments at the end of the stage to find out if there is any problem here, or is it just to do with that feeling with the tyres? We're as perplexed as everybody else is right now, but we will have a solution and an answer for you shortly.
Everybody else who's coming through, Bex, is considerably slower than Ogier and Evans, and that is as a result of Toyota opting to send them out and the drivers themselves choosing to go, look, we need four studs for stage 2. It's snowy, so you need the studs. The question was, do you bring the 2 non-studded tyres or the 2 super softs? Clearly the super softs were the one to be on in this stage, and maybe in stage 3 I think Elvin and Ogier, because of road position, will probably be okay on the super softs as well. John Armstrong, we'll find out when we get there, but John Armstrong has also taken the super softs. Should work for him in this stage because there's not a lot of places to pull muck out. But in stage 3, he's right down the back, Bex. You've had 10 cars going through, pulling muck out. That could punish John. We've got to wait and see. But is this?
Be is rendeltem magam az autószerelő haverhoz, nem lehet lehúzni az ablakot, beragadt vagy mit tudom én. Hát persze, Moki, mert állandóan cseszteted az elektronikát, mindig meglátsz egy jó csajt, leengeded, kifütyülsz, fölhúzod. Ezt nem bírja már az ablak.
1649.2, 1649.2, 12 seconds, 31.5 behind Ogier, and 43.5 behind Evans.
Those are not the numbers that Thierry Neuville wanted to hear in his head from Pablo Marcus, team manager at Hyundai. We'll get his thoughts on that in a moment.
Ott benézi azt a kanyart, egy azért beparkol a garázsba. Láttátok? Meg van oldva. Azt mondja, more than machine. Ez biztos ilyen Skynet reklám. More than machine. Azért a videókat kérjük, Moki, mert remélem, hogy te is így fordultál a hajtűkbe. Nem szórakozunk.
Big work during the weekend, but it's mainly on understanding everything on these conditions, which are really challenging, and then obviously the tires as well. It's not the best in here. We expected a bit more weight, but we need to see over the whole loop. There was a high risk of punctures in here with a lot of loose stones. The last stage, maybe it will help a bit, but it will be difficult to catch backs that time.
It is going to be difficult to catch back that time, but there is a long way to go yet. But the critical thing from that is the lack of confidence.
Yeah, you could see it in his driving style, Bex. You know, he wasn't braking late, picking up the throttle. You know, it's, like I said, Thierry is very, very smooth by his driving nature, by his very nature. But it has to be said, it was a very steady run from Thierry Neuville. The next stage, pretty much a level playing field for everybody. Stage 3 is going to be the critical one, though. Will the super softs for Ogier and Evans work, or will those with the non-studded winter tyre be able to bite back? This is a slightly delayed start from Oliver Solberg. He's already into the stage, Bex. I can tell you, remember, he has got studs and non-studded on the car, and he's flying. He's only 3.6 down on Evans. That's incredible from Oliver Solberg, straight out of the box. Look how much time everybody else is losing on that tyre package. Solberg's on it.
Taco, that's the first stage of this rally. What was the feeling like?
Yeah, for sure, not the ideal tire for this stage. I don't know, I was very, very careful, but still not sure how much you are committed or not, because you have so many tarmac changes, grip changes. Yeah, but let's say next one is most important, so I don't care how much you're losing time or not. This one, maybe next one need to be, try to survive that.
the next stage, which is snowy, could be incredibly tough for the crews. As we look at Adrian Formeau, still big time gap, so he is the third fastest out of the drivers we've seen through so far. 19.6.
Oh, de szépen félkeresztve.
Far more committed and confident through that sector there than we saw Newville.
Yeah, Adrian's having a bit of a go through here, and
szépen csúszik a Hyundai egyébként. Valószínűleg egy kicsit lágyabbak a stabilizátorok rajta, vagy valami, vagy olyan gumi van rakva, ami kicsit többet enged csúszni. Versenyzőnek valószínűleg így kényelmesebb, hogy picikét úgymond jobban beslisszan az autó a kanyarba. Nyilván, ha sok az se jó, mert akkor falat fog vele, de valószínűleg a vezetési stílusa ilyen neki. Olajcsere is lesz, Moki? Csak is a legjobbat vegyed. Én azt hallottam, a Venus a legjobb. Ó, jönnek a Fordok. És nem tudom, srácok, javítsatok ki, mert mondom, nagyon-nagyon régen láttam WRC-t, hogy mióta cserélték le a fókuszokat. Tehát, hogy mióta mennek Pumával. Azt ha valaki tudja, majd írja már meg.
I did my best with what I've got in this stage, but we are all optimizing the next one. Definitely, I had a clean stage, and I was just struggling a bit with the feeling of the braking with the tires. But for the rest, I'm quite pleased with my stage. But I see that.
Oda is Venust kell használni, Moki, az a legjobb.
But let's see along the loop.
Akkor látja, hogy törődsz. Csak is a legjobbat.
We've got plenty more drivers to come through though, and drivers who are quick out there, like Oliver Solberg, who we've already referenced. On board with Sami Pyrie right now.
A szélén azt ott megkapja azt a korlátot, azt a kurva.
So Sami with the unstudded winter tire on the front, the back right,
szépen rakta azt is.
and the front left, and then the studs on the front right.
Yeah, you definitely, everybody be running across. You wouldn't bolt two studs.
Toyota is szépen megy keresztbe azért. Hát meg ezt a kanyart valószínűleg mindenki úgy veszi. Kicsit szélesre csúsztatja.
With who's got what out there, the choices that were made a good few hours ago as well.
Yeah.
Can't begin to imagine what that feels like with that cross pattern.
Because it's
Egyetlen hangja van a Toyotának. Nagyon jó hangja van a Toyotáknak. Brutál.
Driving on jelly babies, but these are not the key conditions to be running that winter tire. You want slush, you want snow, you want standing water, lots of it. That's when it comes into its own. Right now, this is a super soft compound tyre. That's what will work best for you. And you know, I think on stage 2, everyone will bolt the studs on. It will be in stage 3, which is why you've got to stay with us. It'll be in stage 3, Bex, where we will really see who's gone the right way with tyres for this first loop of Rally Monte-Carlo.
That's Josh McAlean and Owen Tracy starting their 2026 campaign. Let's get on board then with Oliver Solberg, who's setting some incredible pace in here. Let's keep an eye on him while we listen in to the...
Jaj, de szép! Jaj, de szépen fűzte! De gyönyörű volt!
Obviously not optimal conditions for the tires that you have on the car. How does it feel?
It's very tricky.
Hát ez az ember tud!
Yeah, I'm not saying it's only
Rally versenyzőnek kéne mennie.
Many surprises and starts to be some pollution in many places. But yeah, didn't feel great at all, I must say.
This is superb from Oliver Solberg, Bex. Remember, he's got 2 studs and 2 non-studded winter tyres in the car. He's gone quicker than Sebastian Ogier.
Brilliant.
That's why Toyota got their checkbook out and made the investment in that young man. And it shows us how good he is at feeling grip, at understanding what the car's doing in a suboptimal situation, which is what Oliver's in right now with that tyre package. To go just 5.6 seconds slower than Evans, that is incredible.
That's how good the time is. Sami Pyrie still at the stop control when he arrives. confirmation then, 16:11.3, 5.6 seconds slower than Evans, quicker than Ogier by 6.4. Oliver Solberg has made an impressive start to his first full-time campaign with Toyota.
Oliver, whilst the others on the same tyre choice as you are losing 20, 30, 40 seconds, you're just 5.6 off the pace of Elvin Evans. Well done.
Yeah, it's more muddy also, you know, so for sure he has a big advantage in that sense. It's a lot of muddy corners. Feeling was quite okay. I tried to be careful on the stud, but it's hard, you know. Yeah, not too bad.
Yeah, brilliant start to the rally for Oliver Solberg, considering his tyre package, and he's right as well. There's been quite a lot of mud pulled out onto the road. That being said, as the road gets more muddy, the super soft, it probably goes against you, which is what John Armstrong is potentially gonna suffer with, certainly on stage 3 later on, where there's lots of opportunities to cut backs. It's going to get very dirty in there. Gregoire Munster.
Ő egy igazi monster.
Run Ford Puma. We don't know what
Nem tudja letagadni, ő egy igazi monster.
The remainder of the year, but he's here in Monte-Carlo just to enjoy himself, again supported by Jordan Serderidis and Gregoire, just here to have some fun and enjoy.
A cégének a neve a szörnyerté.
Just look at the difference between him, Gregoire, and Oliver Solberg through there in the same package. Oliver was much more aggressive, carried way more speed through that left-hander into the braking zone for the right-hander, and was comfortable with the car moving around underneath him. Gregoire was much slower, took a much more cautious approach, didn't he? And we're just seeing that reflected in the times.
Mondom, hogy szépen puffog ez az Eco Boost. És itt még igaz is.
Again, just backing off the throttle a little bit. Oliver was pinned to the boards through there. Gregoire just lifting off a little bit. He goes 42.3 seconds slower than Elvin Evans.
We've got 8 drivers through the opening stage here at Rally Monte-Carlo. If you're just joining the coverage, welcome along. Elvin Evans is leading the opening stage over Oliver Solberg, with Ogier 3rd fastest. We'll hear from Greg Munster on his sum up of this opening stage. And we welcome John Armstrong and Shane Byrne into the World Rally Championship.
Ezután jönnek a lancsák. Nagyon tetszenek egyébként a lancsák, hogy kinéznek. Meglátjátok.
We saw some great performances from him in the European Rally Championship last year, and now we'll see a full season alongside this man, Josh McAlean at M Sport.
Greg, a lot of excitement about the start of this rally, but very difficult decisions for you guys to make before the start. How tough was that?
Yeah, exactly. Really tricky. We didn't test, so I didn't know so much about how the winter tire is behaving in such condition, and it wasn't so good. And from the time I can definitely see it. So, but I think we're on the same one as Thierry, and we're faster. So it was tricky. The car was sometimes just not turning.
Just goes to show, Bex, the importance of going testing there. Gregoire didn't, because he was off doing the Dakar with Jordan Serderidis, didn't get an opportunity to test. It helps so much when you get that seat time, particularly on a rally like this, and using these tyres, which we don't see often throughout the year. So Gregoire, when you take all of that into consideration, has actually done a reasonable job through there. He's gone back to school through this first stage. Josh McAlean making his way down towards the end of the stage. Remember, we're going to be making the comparison a lot throughout the year between Josh McAlean and John Armstrong. But Josh running 2 studs, 2 unstudded winters. John Armstrong running 2 studs, 2 super softs. That's still the right package to be on. So let's not be surprised if John Armstrong goes a little bit quicker than Josh through here.
Yeah, 2 teammates, but 2 different tyre choices for this Looper 3 stages to kick us off.
Ez is hallottátok, hogy teljesen 2 különböző garnitúrával mentek, teljesen mást választottak. Igen, ki melyiket érzi otthonosabbnak magán? Na itt vannak a lancsák. Nekem nagyon tetszenek, srácok. Szerintem kurva jól néznek
That's an
ki.
iconic moment. The launcher brand back in the WRC and WRC2 and off the line with Johan Russell.
Josh, obviously nothing easy about this opening stage. Was it always the plan for you and John to go with different tyre strategy?
No, I just decided to go quite safe. It's obviously a long way to Sunday, so yeah, we opened Thursday quite safely. So it's difficult in there to try to judge the snow and the slick on a wet tarmac, or snow and the stud and the dry tarmac. So proper way to open the rally.
Do you know what? It's really getting messy in sections, isn't it? A lot of mud and dirt being pulled out now.
Yeah, there's quite a lot of opportunity for cutting towards
Azt a kanyart is egyszer nézzük be ott a kis hidas átkelőn. Nem tudom, figyeltétek-e, hogy hol van a fotós. Benn áll az árokba. Az ott egyszer csúszik túl egy autó. Biztos jó fotó lesz, csak ő azt már nem tudja meg.
And that's where stage 3 is going to be critical, I think.
Új. Azt ott miért korrigált a végén, miért csuszod?
Shouting the notes at Hayden Padden again. Hayden will be frustrated with that because he'll have felt the car moving around all over the place. It's not the optimal tyre package, but this is Monte-Carlo. You've got to have patience. When it goes against you on one stage, it will come back your way on another.
That's what he has to have in his mind. 16:54.7 is the time. 9th fastest out of a total of 10 drivers in.
Lancia Y-ok. De jól néznek ki. Nagyon jól néznek ki. Kis kompakt, kis faszaverdák.
It's all about the long game and patience at this rally, but I'm sure it was good to get yourself underway.
Yeah, it's good to get it underway, but man, oh man. Even though there's no style race here, this is so slippery, zero grip and zero feel for the car at all. So makes it harder because then you don't lean on the car and it actually probably makes it slipperier than what it should be. So yeah, I know it's very slow, but just step by step, we're going to have to build into this one.
He makes a really good point there. When you've not got any confidence and you're not getting the car, when you're not working the car, when you're not forcing it, when you're not making it set, you've got to be... Aggressive's the wrong word. You don't want to be throwing it around all over the place, but you've got to be committed with it. And when you're not and you're frightened of what it's doing, it can continue to be counterproductive. So Hayden making a great point there that you end up backing off too much. It actually makes the situation worse. Similar feedback to what Thierry Neuville was giving, wasn't it? No confidence, no feel with the car. So good guy with a little bit of work to do.
John Armstrong then has completed his first stage of this level.
Yeah, brilliant.
Let's see those nerves disappear away now.
And that'll have been a steady run for John. He's
6th fastest.
Sixth quickest through, running the super soft compound. But I think he's just today, his strategy is survive, just get through, and he's taken the right approach. First ever stage in one of these cars through Monte-Carlo, a difficult stage as well.
Na, jönnek a Skodák.
John Armstrong and Shane Byrne.
Italian driver Roberto Dapra.
Skodáknak még mindig mennyire éles hangja van, megfigyelitek. Nagyon kitűnik. Hoppá!
This is a sight we do not want to see. This is a stock car. This is Johan Russell.
Disaster. All we can get is where that marshal was looking at the front right of the car. Looks like it's going up on the jacks now. Let's hear from John, but this is not what we needed. Won it
John,
last
I'm sure
year.
it feels good to get the first stage completed. Josh was talking about taking a safe tyre choice. Does that mean you took a bold one?
Yeah, I mean, we had a cross in here, which was working okay. Just yeah, not optimal, obviously, but it still felt like quite a okay start. For sure, the rhythm was not where it needs to be in this condition, but it's my first time kind of driving in wet tarmac with a cross like with winter. So yeah, it's a baptism of fire, but yeah, it's a start, and we're just happy to be here.
Great job from John Armstrong. He's in school, Bex. He's learning. He's done what he's had to do. But the drama, Johan Russell, the man who won the WRC 2 category last year, is off the road. Here we go. Keep an eye on that.
Elkapta a falat.
At the very least, He's damaged the wheel there. Has he got away with not damaging the suspension? We talk about threading the needle, everything else, and those wheels come at you very, very quickly. So front right damage.
Oh, that didn't look good then. Not at all. They've been stopped a little while here.
It's not just a tyre change, is it?
No.
Because if
this
it was
is more
just,
than that. Helmet's off.
If it was just tyre damage,
there is Johan.
They'd have changed. They'd just changed and been on their way. The fact that they've got it up, I suspect he's damaged a suspension arm or something as well, and it's a big bang. And he will have had a slightly open wheel as well, so it wouldn't have been a completely flush hit against the wall. So. Not the start Lancia were looking for, not the start Johan Rossell was looking for.
Such success over the years here as well. You know, he has been the man in this category who's been on the top step of the podium. Let's just take a look at it one more time.
So look, Bex, it's wet. He's carried a lot of speed in, and then just bang, just clouts that again with a bit of angle on the wheel. That was a big bang when we've taken a second look at that, and yeah, there's definitely going to be suspension damage, possibly drive shaft and brakes as well. It was that was a hell of a clobber.
Yeah, like we said, he's been stopped there now a long time. There's so many different things you can hit in these stages. They're so close to the rock face, and unfortunately, he's clipped it, and it doesn't look as if he's moving anywhere anytime soon. That was Johan Rossell in the WRC2 category. His teammate would have passed him. He'll know all about that. This is Nikolai Gryazin. From what we can see from the split times coming in, it is looking like a really strong run from Nikolai. But we've come to expect that, haven't we, Chenny? His prowess on tarmac is really strong.
Yeah, I think Nikolai's become a bit of an all-rounder, hasn't he, Bex? He's good on all the surfaces, isn't he? But he's not frightened of tricky situations like this. He's happy to press on, take some risks, and get himself into a rhythm. And certainly versus everybody else in the WRC2 category, Nikolai is absolutely on it. Currently, nobody going quicker than him in the WRC2 class. A disaster for Johan Rossell. A good start so far for Nikolai Gryazin.
Yeah, he puts himself into 7th position overall right now out of a total of 12 drivers that we've got through. It's a time of 16:44.8 for Nikolai.
Car looked hooked up through that right hand as well. There was good front grip. We saw everybody else. Okay, then
És egy Fiesta.
sliding the car through there.
Egy MK2-es Fiesta.
Forcing the car around the corner. Nikolai drove it.
De rég láttunk Fiestát.
Going through there.
Get on board with Roberto here, and let's listen in to Luca while we wait for Nikolai.
Nikolai, a bit of a disaster for your teammate in there, but for you, you're not only the fastest WRC2 driver at the moment, but you're 7th quickest overall as well. That must have felt great.
Yeah, I think good motivation from the team, and just follow the plan, and the car feels easy to drive, even in these conditions, but I tried to be smooth in the scary places, but in the rest where I feel good, it was feeling quite nice. For sure, the pace notes can be better. I think it was the first stage of the recce, so maybe I was not wake up properly. So some places maybe it was not perfectly, but I mean, how much time lasts from the previous race, so I need to regain some memories how to do the pace notes.
Well, he's been a little bit hard on himself there, I think. It is a good run. It is big gaps in time we're seeing initially, especially from Dapra, who doesn't have the level of experience that Nikolai Gryazin has. Other drivers a little bit closer, but Nikolai just a little bit tough on himself there. I think it was a good run through, and his time certainly demonstrates that.
Yeah, it was a good tidy run from Nikolai, I thought. Just look on board with Roberto, you can see where he's just braking a lot earlier. He's rolling the car into the corner, not really attacking the road, is he? He's just being very cautious. This is not me being critical of him. This is the first stage of 17 in Monte-Carlo. There's a long way to go, and it's a hell of an adventure, isn't it? But there's just the confidence isn't there, and when you're running
Fél 12, bakker.
that accentuates that issue, and you don't have the confidence.
Ez milyen találkozó, amikor már fél 12, baszki.
You throttle or you jump on the brakes from a reasonable speed. So you can visibly see what drivers are confident.
Lehet nem leszek népszerű, de nekem a régi lancsa jobban tetszett, az AV grupos delta. Hát jó, de hát az egy ikonik Verda. Ugye? Persze, hát az összes ilyen régi rally autó nagyon karakteres volt és tényleg egyedi. De tök jó látni egy ilyen márkát, mint a Lancia is, hogy itt van. Nyilván nem a világbajnoki címért mennek, de ez olyan, mint a Forma 1-ben a Cadillac vagy az Audi is, hogy... Jó, mondjuk az Audi egy picikét más, mert az nyilván egy átnevezett csapat. Ő nyilván egy kicsit többet szeretne, de a Cadillac az abszolút ugye egy tanulóautó lesz idén. És ha jól hallottam, a Lancia idén tért vissza a WRC-be. Mert ha jól hallom, azt mondták, hogy... Mondom, én vagy 10 éve nem néztem WRC-t, hogy azért mondom, valakinek több infója van, mint nekem, szóljon. Mondjuk az nem nehéz. Mondván, hogy 10 éve nem néztem. Szóval, hogy ha jól értettem, akkor a Lancia abszolút most egy friss szereplője a WRC-nek. De furcsán néz ki a Fiesta. Mennyivel lehet látni, hogy egy régebbi technika. Annyira majdnem egy síkra van építve az összes WRC. Nézzétek meg, ez mennyire másabb ez a Fiesta. Idén tértek vissza, szerintem is, tavaly biztos, hogy nem voltak, tavaly Alpin volt. Oh! És ők hova lettek? Kiszálltak egy év után, vagy ők mennyit voltak? Mit lehet tudni?
You could see that little left-right hander where I was talking about Nikolai Greisen picking up, having good grip.
Hát akkor nem volt túlzottan hosszú életű, hogyha csak egy évet voltak. Vagy így is tervezték, hogy csak kipróbálják magukat, vagy mi?
39.8 slower than Greisen, slower as well than Dapra.
There's a little bit of chit-chat here. Let's see what he's got to say to Molly when he gets to the stop control. 17.24.6 for Romet.
Tavaly Monte-Carlon voltak, nem tudok többet róluk sajnos. Köszi azért az infót. Addig megyek haverral, leszarom. Ez az, Moki, ez a beszéd. Csak az olajat ne hagyd otthon.
I still kind of struggle to understand the car because for me it doesn't go like it should do. So yeah. But anyway, hopefully we can still get the experience and it's still fun to do this event.
In what way does it not go as it should do?
I don't know, it's not sharp like it used to be.
Romet not happy perhaps with how the car's behaving underneath him. He'll give that feedback to the engineers when they see them later on. For now, he's got to work with what he's got, and that's it. So Romet Jürgensen with a little bit of work to do.
És elméletileg mindenki a pályán van már, srácok, úgyhogy ezeket az autókat megvárjuk, és akkor most már nagyjából mindenki képet kapott arról, hogy milyen autókat láthatunk. Kezdődik az igazi, a nagy összefoglalója a hétvégének. Az érdekes lesz, mert az nyilván nem egy szakaszt fogunk nézni, de azért ezt is tök jó nézni így. Én is próbálom majd a hétvégén mindig inkább nézni, csak hát basszus. Még az a jó, hogy nem egyszerre megy az NFL-el meg a fellövéssel. Én nem tudom, én sem tudom.
Yeah, that's what we've already seen if you're just joining the coverage. Johan Rossell in WRC2 has unfortunately clipped a rock face.
Amennyit az utóbbi időben nézegetek, Citroen szerintem lehet, hogy átment az ERC-be stabilan. Nem tudom, mert ugye az ERC együtt megy a WRC-vel, és ugyanúgy én is szoktam nézni, tehát itt is néztem az első szakaszukat, de ott annak csak az első pár autóját láttam, lehet, hogy utána jött volna a Citroen. Majd most a svéd rally után infózok neked, mert azt most szeretném végignézni. Már el vagyok késve, hiszen ugye az már rég megy, de föl kell venni ezt a fonalat majd itt a WRC-s hétvégéken. Hát azt annyira nem.
Yuki, well done. First stage completed. What was the feeling like?
Yeah, it's extremely difficult at the moment. Yeah, it's not snow still, but yeah, the condition is, and with this cross tire we just started and snow, so yeah, it's tricky, but just about to start, and the next one is more Monte condition, so yeah, let's see.
Eric Hammerly, certainly a driver who has got experience here at Rally Monte-Carlo. 9 starts to his name. And a really good run on this stage as well. Eric Hammerly's time, 16:49.4. Not as quick as Nikolai Gryazin, but not too far away.
Abba bele szoktam nézni, IMSA-sba. De inkább a izét követem. A rendes európai WRC szériát.
Yeah, I really enjoy, to be honest. I'm very happy because I expected a lot and worked very hard to be here today and have this project. So thanks to all the team, I want to say first, and all the guys who helped me, because it was, to be honest, magic to do this stage with this car and everything is behind. So I just enjoyed. It was not easy, but I just think about our joy.
Being local, Eric, how difficult is the next one going to be?
It will be a lot. To be honest, on snow, I don't have so much experience with the car and everything, and it's just the start of the rally, so I don't know. To be honest, I go and I will have all the road section to think.
Eric Hammerly, full of joy up there this evening. This man not full of joy, though. Johan Rosell and Arno Dunon are pushing their car away to safety.
We talk about the risks as well, Bex. Up until
NASCAR tavaly egy 5-6 futamot néztem, de én akkor szoktam azt mondani, hogy nézek valamit, amikor megkérdezed, akkor meg tudom mondani ki az első, a második, a harmadik, meg ilyesmi. Úgyhogy inkább azt mondom, hogy hébe-hóba. Na srácok, akkor bemelegettünk, készen állunk-e a nagyra. Hát egyébként itt mindjárt megmutatják, azt megvárjuk. Megvárjuk a stage eredményt. Még egy kis szuper lassítást.
And Sebastian Ogier, third fastest on the opening stage. That is our 1,
Ogier is kegyetlen. 11-szeres bajnok, azt hiszem, ha jól tudom. Azért az nem szar.
Let's take a look then at the overall classification for you. All the numbers right in front of you. Elfyn Evans has an advantage of 5.6 seconds over Oliver Solberg, with Sebastian Ogier in third position, 12 seconds off the lead right now, 6.4 behind Solberg. Formo is in fourth position, then Takamoto Katsuta and Armstrong off to a great start on his opening round. Nikolai Gryazin is leading WRC2 and in seventh. Then it's Munster, Newville and Camely to complete the top 10. Well, that is the opening stage. We are underway on the first rally of the season. Join us for plenty more action.
Na, hölgyek, urak, egy másodpercet kérek, és akkor nézzük a nagy összefoglalót. Egyébként ezt a szolgáltatást tudom ajánlani mindenkinek, srácok, mert nagyon-nagyon jó. Aki szereti a rallit, az ezt nézze, mert ez nagyon jó cucc. Kell nekem egy olyan, hogy... Pillanat. Ez az, és olyan kell full event. Ez kell nekem. Mivel írtok, srácok, ezért még megy a stream, úgy látom. Úgyhogy szóljatok rám, létszi, hogyha gond lenne. Az azt jelenti, hogy nem tetszett a YouTube-nak a dolog. De egyelőre azt látom, hogy minden okés.
Event remains a ruthless test of judgment and, as always, the perfect curtain raiser of the year. 9-time world champion Sebastian Ogier leads a Toyota Gazoo racing lineup in search of the 10th crown, with Welshman Elfyn Evans still chasing his first after 5 runners-up finishes. New signing Oliver Solberg creates a buzz after his win in Estonia last year. Tage Katsuta and Sami Piari complete the squad, both looking to convert flashes of speed into sustained results. 2024 champion Thierry Neuville heads the attack of the Hyundai Shell Mobis World Rally team. Adrian Formo returns for a second season with his eyes firmly on that first WRC win. He impressed in Monte-Carlo last year. The third car will be rotated between Hayden Paddon, Esa-Pekka Lappi and Dani Sordo. The South Korean mark convinced that experience counts in the last season of this generation of Rally 1 car. Sport Ford lines up here in Monte-Carlo with a youthful and ambitious squad. John Armstrong moves up from the ERC to join fellow Irishman Josh McAlean, both for 4 seasons. Greg has entered in a third Puma for Rally Monte-Carlo, with Latvian Marcin Sesks confirmed for 6 rounds, with the 7th at Rally Saudi Arabia under consideration. 2026 sees the return of the team with the most decorated history in rallying. Lancia will compete in the WRC2 category and have confirmed Johan Roussel and Nikolai Gryazin as the drivers to spearhead their campaign in the Epsilon Rally 2 HF Integrale. Monaco Harbour and the calm before the storm. The class of 2026 hide the nerves as the start of Rally Monte-Carlo draws closer.
In Monte-Carlo we live for 3 stages, and one can be just down, the next one can be full snow, and the last one can be full dry. So it's part of the rally, and you just need to make the best of it, the best of your tire choice.
It's the weather that really, puts the cat amongst the pigeons, let's say, and yeah, you never quite know what you're going to face, even if the conditions seem quite straightforward. You can wake up in the morning, black ice, frost. It's never easy here.
To some high points, so if it's cold enough, if it's been wet the previous day, it might get a bit icy or some snow. Even if it's not snowing or anything, with the itinerary they made, the amount of cuts and pollution that there's going to be, it's going to be a nice event.
Every stage is in different places, and it's going to be different weather every stage, and mud and snow and dry and everything. So, and what tires do you pick? I have no clue, so let's see.
What will be the biggest challenge this weekend, do you think?
Generally, I think to somehow judge the grip, because the conditions will be changing a lot. Make the good tire choices as
Hát igen, ez a rally, ez az, ahol minden van. A hótól, a sártól, a múrval, az ilyen aszfalt, olyan aszfalt, minden.
Current world champion Sebastian Ogier leads the field over the ceremonial starts. Even as a 10-time winner here, he knows the Monte demands humility. No stone will be left unturned in his preparation. Known as the Monte Maestro, Ogier is born and raised in this region of the French Alps. He has a deep connection to this iconic rally.
Everything started here for me, and more importantly, the dream started here as a kid, watching it from the side of the road, watching those cars and thinking I will never have the chance to do it, but still dreaming of doing it one day. And this dream grew in me, and then I find my path doing the sport, and it's still in my eyes the most iconic rally of the championship, also the most difficult. But at the end, it's the one I want to win the most in the season. So part of my soul, I don't know,
láttátok azt a tempót belülről? Őrültek egyszerűen, őrültek, bassz meg.
In the lead up to the rally, Ogier's hometown Gap honoured one of their own to celebrate his 9th World Championship.
For sure, it's this moment where you feel something special happen out of your life, of course. But it's also a moment where I feel it's nice for me, but it's also very important to do for the people, because they've been supporting me my whole career, And I think they enjoy a lot also this moment together of celebration, and I got actually almost more positive comment from that than from a race sometimes, you know, like, oh, this show was amazing.
And what has been the approach of that boy from Gap in achieving his 9 drivers' titles?
Staying humble, always question yourself, always try to learn from mistake, of course, but even from success, there is always something to learn. And, you know, coming here in Monte-Carlo is a very good example. A lot of people would think, you know, after so many success here, just need to press repeat and it will be easy. But the truth is that it's most difficult event in the year, and I come here was being very humble.
Igen, a 24-es bajnok az ugye Thierry Neuville volt, a 25-ös az ugye megint Ogier volt.
I think also one of the leading things is enjoying what you do. If you enjoy, usually you perform well, so you have to keep always remembering yourself that it's big chance being here, living this dream of a job.
The itinerary features
Na nézzük, 17 szakasz, 339 kilométer.
The weather crews will earn their money this year with snow, ice, rain and even dry
Gyönyörű hely
conditions
egyébként.
forecast. The challenge is to predict when and where they'll hit.
Let the 2026 season commence. Welcome everybody to the FIA World Rally Championship and the stunning opening round, the legendary Rally Monte-Carlo. 3 stages will run tonight and the weather conditions are a major factor.
Ezt láttuk az előbb, ugye?
Into Rally
Így
Monte-Carlo. He's
kezdődött.
won it 10 times. This is an emotional one for him. He wants to win every rally, but this one the most.
Yeah, absolutely, Bex. It's a big event for him, isn't it? And I've got to say, I think he's been the bravest so far with the tyre choice. 4 studded, 2 super soft. This is definitely super soft conditions. This man as well, Elfyn Evans, similar choice. Well, exactly the same choice as Sébastien Ogier, going for the studded and super soft compound mix. And the super soft is definitely the one to be on.
It has looked a little bit more committed from Elfyn Evans, though.
Car looks hooked up through there. The Toyota's working well straight out of the box.
Oliver Solberg has already impressed at Rally 1 level with a win in Estonia last year, but I didn't expect him to be so quick on the opener of Monte.
Yeah, absolutely. Welcome to the top flight, Mr. Solberg. And he's running a slightly different tyre package as well. Evans and Ogier with the studded and super soft cross. Solberg, though, running the winter cross. It's working for him. Quicker than Ogier, just down on Evans.
Ma Varázs is be volt fosva.
Really difficult conditions now. It's
Azt a
changed from the
kurva.
opening stage. We've got snow, we've got ice.
Na
Caution
itt
is
vezessél,
needed. You
hallod.
don't want to risk it all at this point.
Azt a kurva.
Classic Rally Monte-Carlo conditions. This is where Sébastien Ogier just needs to have patience, Bex. We talk about it a lot. You overstep the mark, outbrake yourself very quickly, you're off the road here.
Seb, second stage today, 28.6 slower than Elfyn. That's so unlike you.
Unbelievable. First, no chance.
But how are the others making it work?
Nem volt jó kedve.
We're all keen to see what this young man can do in a full season, but already on the second stage of Rally Monte-Carlo, he is massively impressive.
Yeah, incredibly difficult conditions here, Bex, and just look, he's just dancing with the car, showing great confidence already. And up on the split times, and it could even be a change of rally leader here. That's to Evans. He's not far from the end of the stage now, just his left-hander to negotiate, being patient before he gets on the throttle. Look at the time, he's blown him away. Oliver Solberg leads in Monte-Carlo.
We didn't think we'd be saying that.
Nem, nagyon nem. De ez is mennyire durva, srácok, megoldani, hogy a pilótát ne vakíts, de...
He stalled the car as well. He'll get it going. There's 5 or 6 seconds lost there. Now he's got to compose himself.
Azt mennyire nehéz megoldani, hogy az itinerát lehessen olvasni, de viszont ne vakíts el a pilótát. Ugye az egyiknek... Basz!
Hopefully he hasn't picked up any damage. That was a fairly big bang on that front right.
Az sok volt. Kész, hát ez...
It's fantastic to see the atmosphere out on the stages.
Egyetlenek a körülmények itt ilyenkor.
They love it. Not the flares out there, but look at this, Jenny. Bit of low cloud fog.
Yeah, the fans might love it, but the drivers won't be These conditions are treacherous. You just
Azt a
can't see
kurva!
anything at all. Even switching off the main beams.
Bazd meg!
As we look at Elvin Evans coming through the stage, let's
Tejködbe, bazd meg! Tejködbe! Tempót menni! Na, azt a kurva!
It is a wall, you're right. It's
Geci!
dense. I mean, he's spun, he's off.
Bazd meg, nem látsz semmit! Nem látsz, bazd meg! Kész, nem látja, hol van. Azt a kurva!
Yeah, being only able to see jackets, reflectors. You can see barely nothing on this stage.
Back with our rally leader, Oliver Solberg.
Akkor jó, hogyha van szalagkorlát, mert az megcsillan. És látja. Ahol nincs szalagkorlát, ott nézzek, az a szerencsé, van szalagkorlát, és megcsillan a visszaverő prizma. Bazd meg! Azt a kurva! Azért nincs kamera, srácok, mert ott a képernyőn, ott látjátok azokat a házakat? Tehát pont a kikötőre nézne a kamera, hogyha a hátam mögött lenne az ablak, és nem akarom, hogy irigykedjetek.
I have to say myself, it's an incredible start, incredible night. I need to breathe a little bit because the most difficult night of my life or day.
A Forma 1 más jellegből nagyon nehéz. A Forma 1 nyilván ott a G-erők meg mindennek az elviselése az egy kegyetlen feladat, meg azt a tempót átvinni tényleg. Mert azért ők is nagyon mennek, de a Forma 1-ben az a folyamatos hatalmas tempó az nagyon kemény. De tény és való, hogy az utóbbi időben... Az utóbbi időben ez ami volt, amikor csak egy csepp eső is leesett, ez már kegyetlen. Tehát ez már nevetséges tényleg, amit műveltek. És mindig a kocsira volt fog már, hogy felúszik, meg nem tud úgy menni. Régen is voltak nehézségek az autóval, mégis tudtak menni. Tehát, hogy semmi értelme nincsen esőgumit használni a Forma 1-be, mert leállítják az egészet a picsába. Kíváncsi leszek idén, srácok. Kíváncsi leszek idén, magasabbak az autók, más a dolog, nem ground effektesek az autók, tehát hogy nem ez a szívóhatásos hülyeség megy. Kíváncsi leszek.
So the Supersoft compound is specifically brought for this event because we had to deal with such cold temperatures. Anything from about +5 degrees or under
most a
you're now
gumikról
in
egy
the
picit.
range of our Supersoft tire. Anything from about 0 to 5 degrees and above, the recommended compound is our soft compound. The same pattern as you see in our Supersoft, but the compound is just a little bit more robust, there's a little bit more stiffness to be able to deal with more heat generation in the tire.
Hankook have shipped more than 4,000 tyres to the service park in Gap, including studded tyres for treacherous icy terrain.
Jók ezek a versenygumik. Igazából 4 darab annyiba kerül másnak a komplet autója, de hát na. Ha nézzétek meg, mibe kerül a Michelinnek ezek a pilotos gumiai. Kegyetlen. Egy komplet autót veszel belőle. Egy komplet autót veszel belőle.
It'll allow those blocks to move just a little bit more, and so that'll improve the warm-up speed so that the drivers can get temperature into the tires faster so they can build that confidence faster.
Those are the tyres, but it's well known that none will be perfect for an entire loop. Monte-Carlo's menacing weather demands special measures. Rally teams employ dedicated weather crews. Those who prefer a 9 to 5 routine need not apply.
I was here at 6 o'clock this morning, set up the car.
Mennyire kemény baszki, hogy minden csapatnak van ilyen Meteo Cruise csapata, akik járják a pályát és nézik, hogy majd milyen gumi kell. Ez is mennyire durva, bazd meg. Nézik, hogy milyen lesz a pálya másnap.
Also as well, taking temperatures of the road, of the air. So obviously then the engineers are making a decision on what tyres to use, whether it's okay for studs, super softs, and what compound to use on the tyre.
There's black ice in places, and it's crucial for me to get that information back to the crew.
Milyen sok apró kis részletből áll össze az itt is. És ez a durva a WRC-be is, hogy brutális az, hogy mi kell ahhoz, hogy tényleg egy hétvégén egy versenyzőnek összeálljanak a dolgok. Hogy az már közel sem az, mint régen, hogy beülsz és vezetsz.
There is snow on this first one. Yeah, there's quite a bit of ice, and it's downhill hairpins as well. It seems like there's quite a bit of ice and snow out there, especially stage 6. But also there's loads of potentially tarmac, whether it's damp tarmac or getting a bit more dry. So you either play it safe or you have something in the package where you can potentially have.
Hát Mokikám, ezt rád bízom. Ezt rád bízom. Látod, legközelebb olcsóban kell megoldani. Kell egy pokróc, kell valami petróleum lámpának álcázott modern elektromos lámpa, kiülni szépen a szabadba, ott ingyenes a foglalás és megvan oldva. Látod? A rallyautók sosem hagynak cserben. Meglátod, én sem. De azért az olajat azt beszéljük meg előtte majd.
Yeah, this is superb from Oliver Solberg, just manipulating the car a little bit on the handbrake there and dancing on the pedals, just working the differentials to try and keep the car going forward without losing any momentum on the snow and ice. A masterclass from Oliver Solberg. He's going to blitz Elvin Evans' time through here as well, Bex, and go quickest.
Oliver, another incredible time for you in there. Is it time for some caution?
Well, I am cautious, but I'm having fun. You know, Gravel crew did an amazing job in there to have exactly where everything was, and I could trust it 100%, so good job.
There are so many different facets to Rally Monte-Carlo to make things work. Being able to choose the right tyres being one of them. The route no cruiser, a meteo, the team, the driver's decision. John Armstrong played it safe with studs here.
Yeah, taking 6 studded tyres for this loop, isn't he, Bex? Let's see if it works out for him. But as you said, it's always a compromise. Here in Monte-Carlo, if you're on the right tyre for over 50% of the rally, then you've got it right.
We've already seen a strong start from Elvin Evans. It's been really good to see the battle he's been having with Sébastien Ogier. He's chasing down a benchmark time here. It's really muddy out there with the cuts.
Ogier and Evans picking up where they left off last year. It looks like it's going to be a big battle between the Toyota Titans here. And as you said, Evans just hunting down Ogier.
Thierry Neuville, what an inconsistent start we've seen from our 2024 world champion.
Oh, that's he's got a super soft on that front left, and you saw instantly just ran out of grip, clipped the bank. Hopefully he's gotten away with it. Up until that point, it was looking okay.
Back with our rally leader, Oliver Solberg and Elliot Edmondson here. Oh, not what we want to see on the screen. An alert, tyre pressure alert. It's the front left.
Yeah, that's not ideal, Bex. He's going to hemorrhage time through there. You can actually see from this heli shot.
De durva. Aha, ott lehet is látni. Az vége. Mennyire durva, hogy az elektronika így jelzi meg minden, és már a közvetítésben. De ez is értitek, a Forma 1-ben évek óta nem képesek egy értelmes valami újdonságot belepakolni, csak az ilyen álkamú szarokat, hogy vajon ennyi lehet a keréknek a százaléka, minden. Bazzeg a WRC-ben, nézzétek meg! Azonnal valós időben kiírja még a közvetítés is az érzékelőnek az adatait, hogy bal első keréknyomás vesztés. Mennyire faszla, hogy meg van csinálva a WRC-s közvetítés. A Forma 1-ben meg szórakoznak ilyen kamuszarokkal, hogy ennyi maradt a töltöttségéből, és semmi alapja nincs az egésznek, csak egy kamu grafika kiírás az egész.
Look at the conditions, so slippy. This is normally where he's so good.
You can never rule Sébastien Ogier out though, can you? Continuing to lead the rally are Oliver Solberg and Elliot Edmondson, and they are continuing
Hát figyelj, Mopi, lényegében az estének az volt a célja, amit a mondatod végén írsz, csak gondolom egy kicsit máshogy tervezted. Figyelj, az eleje meg a vége az estének ugyanaz lesz, amit terveztél, csak egy-két szakasz ki fog maradni belőle.
Over Evans, with OJ over 35 seconds further adrift. John Armstrong's cautious tyre approach with those 6 studs did not pay off, but his Monty learning curve continues.
Friday afternoon rally Monte-Carlo.
Jaj, de szép vidék.
De szép vidék.
Nos, srácok, majd rendesen jönnek a feliratkozások, meg a donétek, majd szervezünk egy találkozót ide Monte-Carlóba. Csak ne kérjétek, hogy mindenkit meghívjak egy üdítőre, mert akkor még egy 2 évet kell donételni. De ne aggódjatok, majd beszélek Max Verstappennel, az kölcsönkérem a lambós jachtját, aztán ott lesz a találkozó, akkor nem kell szállodát bérelni.
Now, Adrian Formeau has been dropping time on the splits. Why?
Look on the dash.
Az
you
nem
can see
adta ki.
there's a warning, and the handbrake wasn't working there. So I suspect that Adrian Formeau has picked up some sort of electrical problem here, and he can't use the handbrake. And again, in these conditions, it's almost
nem
impossible.
működik a
What's going to be like
kézifék.
into this hairpin?
Nem működik a kézifékje.
That's a great example of where you would
Hát,
use
az
the
egy
handbrake
WRC-nek a
and what
halál
happens when you
konkrétan.
don't have the handbrake. It's also a life jacket. It gets you out of trouble. Adrian's going to struggle this afternoon.
Are we now finally starting to see Sébastien Ogier switch it on a little here? Because he's not been lackluster, but it's not been the Ogier that we're used to at Monty.
You can see how committed he is. Ogier's got the hammer down. This is better from Sébastien Ogier. The fight back has begun. What a drive it's been from Oliver Solberg. He's just been so impressive, hasn't he? Tricky conditions, though, keeping him on his toes. Oh, hanging the back of the car
mit
out there
fogott
through
meg?
the ruts.
Mit fogott meg?
Oof, he's lucky to get away with that. Controlled it well, though. He continues to lead the rally. John Armstrong, debut rally Monte-Carlo for John.
Azt nézd meg, mit megy, bassz meg. Kegyetlen a tempó. Hát szó szerint ez félelmetes. Tehát egy olyan embernek is baszki, aki 1000 éve vezet, ez félelmetes azért ilyen tempót diktálni. Hát gondold el, egy hiba és leesel a hegyről a picsába. Azért ez nagyon kemény tényleg. Oké, hogy hozzá vannak szokva, hát azért rally versenyző, meg azért kapja a fizetését. Ahogy szoktuk mondani, az magától onnan nem jön ki.
Twice in one weekend. No, that won't come out of there without the fans.
Now we join Thierry Neuville, Martin Vidal, difficult conditions on this stage as we've seen so far.
We've already seen how difficult the conditions are. This is a moment for Thierry as well. He's dropped the back of the car into the ditch. Go on, bury the throttle, Thierry. Try and get out of there. I think he's out. I think he's out. He's not. He's still in the ditch. He's just tramping along it.
Ha elveszi, vége. Ha elveszi a gázt, vége. És nem tudod kijönni. Láttátok, egyszer beszívta oda az árokba, és kész vége. És kész vége. Pedig majdnem kijött már, de még mindig lejtett, és nem tudott kijönni. Kész, ennyi. A 24-es bajnok.
They've astounded us with the stage times they've been setting and with the cool head that Oliver has been using to be able to deliver these kind of times. They're about to complete the stage and they continue to lead the rally.
It was clean, I'm through. I extended my lead today, so it's been a fantastic day.
What's the situation like with Seb? Is he still giving you plenty of advice or is it a bit less now?
He's not talking to me so much anymore, so let's see, it's a long way to go, but I'm just happy to be through tonight. My God, it's just so tricky all the time, and yeah, I just wanna have a new day now.
Well done.
Oliver Solberg continues to dominate with his lead over Evans, now 1 minute and 8 seconds.
1 perc a különbség Evansszal szembe. Ogier a harmadik, az is még szoros. Negyedik az már 5 perc, az rallyban már sok. Hát Thierry meg kiesett gyakorlatilag.
No sign of nerves from the young Swede. Saturday's 4 stages are next, finishing with a return to the classic Monaco street stage. A moment of solitude for Oliver Solberg.
Jó napjuk van. Szép nap.
77 competitive kilometers await and a blanket of snow.
77 kilométert fognak menni.
Conditions are so difficult that you need 100% focus and yeah, it's every stage is
Hát igen, itt van az, amikor éjszaka leesik a hó, és megcseszheted az előző terveket. Lehet mindent újra. És úgy látom, szépen lehavazott nekik.
Day 3 of competition, and it has been a
Szombat reggel.
classic Monty so far, with snow and ice making this demanding event even tougher this year. We head to Labriol to Bellafair this morning.
Azt a kurva!
Our first sighting in the snow then is Josh McAlean and Owen Tracy.
De gyönyörű!
This is unusual to see at the Monte-Carlo rally and a tough challenge for the crews.
Yeah, it's more like Sweden, isn't it?
Azt a
kurva! They're acting like a
kurva!
snowplow for all the cars coming through. The good thing is, though, it'll be reasonably consistent grip throughout the entirety of the stage. I'd say they've had some fun in here.
Rögnek azok is! Bazd
Thierry
meg!
Neuville and Martin Vidaga now then. A mistake from them late on yesterday. I wonder what the strategy, what the plan is today, and when faced with these conditions, do you have a strategy?
Look how long he was on the handbrake for, just manipulating the car, setting it
Csúszik
up
a
into
kocsival
the
lefele.
hairpin. It's
Szinte
not
nem is
easy.
adod gázt.
And again, so difficult to judge the
Hát
grip
az meg
levels in
most a
these
hétvégén
conditions.
moki. Az még brutálisabb lesz valószínűleg, igen.
That was 27 minutes 49 seconds point one of pure
És az még csak a Monte-Carlói.
Yeah, just surviving.
We have a battle royale on our hands, with Ogier really ramping up the pressure at the end of Friday.
Hát igen, hegyi szakaszokon nem jár
an opportunity now for
pókotró.
more pressure on the guys in front?
Nem tudom, miért nem Magyarországon gyakorolnak. Nálunk sehol nem jár.
Toyota Yaris down the road, trying to keep it
Stabil
in the
lenne
lines
az
where at
állapot,
least he
amit
knows
tudnak
he's going to be
gyakorolni.
at the worst on some black ice. Get those studs to work. Ogier's on it.
Now our rally leaders, Oliver Solberg, Elliot Edmondson, Swedish driver and Snow. You would think the perfect combination. He is losing time though.
Yeah, you're right, because the car moving around an awful lot on the surface of the road. Has he prepped the tyres properly on the way into this stage? You can see big understeer on the way in, him soaring at the wheel. And as you said, losing time. This man, though, Elvin Evans, on a bit of a charge through here. Does he see an opportunity? The road's
Igen, itt talán egy kicsit szerencséje van annak, aki később indul, de hát itt is ilyen negyed óra 20 perces késleltetés van, tehát hogy sokat nem nyer vele, de tudjátok, az előzőek talán egy picit jobban kijárják, vagy valami. Bár az lehet, hogy pont rosszabb, hogyha nyomvájósá teszik.
Oliver Solberg on incredible form and taking time out of the drivers behind him. That's the crucial thing. It's a great response from Oliver.
Oliver Solberg has a vice-like grip
Solberg szépen tartja. Evans tartja a másodikat, Ogier hát stagnálósan.
Counterpunching on the last stage after Ogier had struck on the first. The 9-time world champ.
Neuville maradt az ötödik, valahogy kiszedte magát onnan. Ezzel szerint a többieknek se jött annyira össze, hogy Neuville az ötödik tudott maradni.
Keep enjoying, keep being competitive and winning rallies, and then we'll see whether we can fight for another championship or not. I think I live in the present. I think I want to enjoy, and now it's clear I want to be involved this year. but I have no idea what about 2027 for sure. So let's keep it open, and let's say that one thing is sure, of course, the end is closer than the start. That's a clear fact. I think the main motivation is a pleasure I still have driving those cars. As soon as I jump in the race car, then you know the smile is coming back, and then the moment is still unique to drive at the limit with a World Rally car on the stages, beautiful stages we have all over the season. Every rally is so different, and that's what I like. Also the diversity of the sport. So yeah, I think the main drive is a pleasure to do that. But I would like also to say that the results we had recently are not also a bit of a booster to see that, you know, as long as you are as competitive as we are.
Ugye lesz magyar verseny is megint, ha gondoljátok, azt majd lehet, hogy megpróbáljuk élőben nézni, mert az ERC megint jön Magyarországra, és ezen keresztül tudjuk élőben nézni, hogyha gondoljátok majd.
But yeah, more important is to have the respect from the community of rally, and that's, yeah, that will mean a lot in my eyes.
We head back to where we started this morning, La Briole to Belafare. Let's get to it then. Let's see what stage 12 has to offer us this time
12.
around.
szakasz. 30 kilométer.
Already we can see with Sami Pyrie off the line, the conditions have changed. It's not as icy as it was earlier on.
Yeah, it's now just slush becks, but you've got to be so careful of it. You can see Sami's just understeering a little bit wide. He's trying to get it back on. I don't think Bex, even though we could see on our camera that tree, I don't think Sami could because of all the snow getting thrown up. He's not going to go anywhere.
Hayden Padden then trying to get to grips with the conditions. It is even more difficult now on the second pass than it was on the first.
Same situation, Bex, just on the slush, lost the front of the car. He slid down the bank. Fortunately, there are some fans there. Hopefully, they can get the job done. Come on, boys, push, push, push.
That's it.
Come on, carry the momentum, up you go.
Oh, it's a miracle.
Back on the stage, although a lot of time lost for Hayden Padden. We join his teammate Thierry Neuville in
the meg is kiszedték onnan, hallod.
Into a half spin. A
Neuville
lucky
újabb
boy
hiba.
there, Bex, that he didn't end up dropping it off the road entirely.
Szerencséje volt kurvára, hogy volt hely a kocsinak megforogni.
We're with our rally leaders now then, Oliver Solberg,
Egyetlenek a
Elliot
körülmények.
Edmondson, who've had another great day, but they need to be careful in these conditions as well. They may have a remit. Whoa!
He's lost the back of the car. He's not going to get that turned in for that right-hander who's off the road. Can he get it going? Come on! Right, he now needs to go up the field and get it turned round and carry the momentum back down and try and smash that Yaris back up onto the road. Come on. Good job. You can see what he had to do to get it back up onto the road, Bex.
That was some hard work there and a heart-stopping moment for Oliver and Elliot, and I'm sure everyone back at Toyota's base as well.
Lucky boy.
Unbelievable scenes here from our rally leader. You can see how difficult it is out there, but look at the time here.
Still wins it.
He has won the stage.
Time for Oliver at 23.06.
Ez hülye, bazd meg. És még így is összejött neki az első hely a szakaszon. De beszarás.
I don't know what happened there, but I was so careful through the whole stage, and you know,
Ez hülye, bazd meg.
my pace notes, I was just trying to follow my ruts. And on one exit there was full snow.
És ezzel együtt, bazd meg, be tudta hozni első helyre a szakaszon.
What does it tell you, and what does it also tell you about the others that you still win it by 2 seconds?
Well, it means I could have backed off more, yeah?
Hát ott egy esély volt. Vagy átjön a kocsi, vagy fönnakad. Nagyon kemény, bazd meg.
His off-road excursion is incredible. Auger's struggles continue as he drops further behind Evans. Adrian Formeau is fourth, despite also spinning off on stage 12. That's the mountain loop complete for the day. Next up, the Monaco Street stage, to be run on sections of the F1 circuit. As the crews made the journey down, in Monte-Carlo, some lucky VIPs got the ride of their lives. Among them, Tour de France winner Tadej Pogačar, with Hyundai's Danny Sordo. And so to a real highlight of this year's Rally Monte-Carlo, the return
Ott
of the
látjátok,
Monaco
ott
Strix
éget a villany
stage,
még nálam.
the WRC's
Ott néztem az
finest plastic
ablakból.
round part of the famous Formula One track for the first time since 2008.
Esett az eső, azért nem mentem le.
To be driving in the Monaco city center. I mean, I'm driving there very often to go and take the groceries, but this time it will be at high speed.
Ott voltak Mokinak a kolbászos szendvicsei, ott vitték.
Monaco Street Stage is going to be cool, you know. That's I used to live there as a kid, so it's special for me to drive there, where you grew up, you know. And it's a cool little stage, fun little stage, and with a donut, so I'm very happy.
Well, it's been an additional work to create this stage in Monaco because we had to work closely with the government and manage a lot of people, several months of preparations, but it's really a teamwork, a nice team effort, and we hope it will be a great show.
Aj, de gyönyörű.
Tonight, it is the Monaco circuit, super special. We've not seen this stage run since
Baszki, ez a Monaco, aj, de gyönyörű. És azt nézzétek meg, hogy mekkora. Tehát ugye a... A Forma 1-ből meg mindenből mindig csak ezt a részét lehet látni Monacónak. Nézzétek meg, hogy mekkora egyébként Monacónak a városa. Tehát, hogy van ott egy felső külkerileti rész, de megy körbe az egész. Tehát igazából a felvételekből, ha ezt a szakaszt így látjuk körülbelül, de mennyire brutális, nagy kiterjedésű a város egyébként. Csak hát ugye ezt sose látjuk ekkorában a felvételekben. Gyönyörű hely.
We're with 9-time world champion Sebastian Ogier.
Full unstudded snow tyres on this Toyota Bex, and easier to drive and probably the right tyre to be on now. Let's see what
itt van nekik egy super special szakasz ilyenkor közel. Szépen esőt kaptak.
Torrential now, there is standing water there, and that will also be hampering Sebastian Ogier's progress regardless of the tyre that he's on. So good to be back. Taking on this street circuit here in
Na, hát igen, ez a különbség a Forma 1 meg a WRC között. Ilyen körülmények között a Forma 1-ben már a pilóták se jönnek ki, nemhogy az autó.
But listen, Oliver, behave yourself around here. Don't get sucked into the glitz and glamour of this one. There's too much at stake.
How does he approach this then?
Slowly and patiently.
He's through at the end of the day to lead at the
Azt a
end
kurva.
of day 3.
Kegyetlenül esik.
Really tricky. I didn't want to mess it
De
up
legalább
after
szép
a
lesz a
great
kocsi.
weekend so far, you know. So yeah, it's I'm in a good position, you know. So let's see tomorrow. It's probably going to be another crazy day.
Although now under a minute, it's still a substantial lead for Solberg. Evans knows that he has a Monty Maestro Ogier under 30 seconds behind him.
Aha, Evans közeledett. 1 percen belül van. 1 percen kívül volt. Na nézzük az árónapot. Az utolsó 5 szakasz. De szép. Oj, de gyönyörű.
The greatest names in the sport have climbed the famous col, including Oliver Solberg's dad, Petter. After 2 passes through the stage tomorrow, Oliver
Milyen
may have written
szakasz.
his
Azt a
name
kurva,
into
de jó lehet
WRC
ezen menni
folklore.
egyszer. Csak simán közútként is. Ennyire durva lehet ott fönt menni azon a kis szakaszokon. És az rendesen járható út, csak el kell jutni oda egyszer kocsival.
Sunday morning, and if Oliver Solberg can hold on to his lead through the 4 stages still to come, he'll become the youngest ever winner of Rally Monte-Carlo. He does, though, have to safely negotiate 2 passes of the Col du Torini, which has shattered many a monegasque dream in the past.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the final day.
Igen, lehetett látni a képen a stresszes és nehéz életet élő svéd vagy monakói embereket. Most oké, nyilván látogatnak ide, úgy, mint a Forma 1-be is, más területekről is, de látszott az arcukon, hogy stresszes, nehéz életet élnek.
This is mega from John Armstrong, carrying the speed really well. Not afraid to nip the handbrake, even when he's making good progress up the road.
Full 15 seconds faster than the car we've seen directly behind him.
Úgy látom, vasárnapra is szép körülményeket kaptak. Nem lehet egyszerűbb a menetelés.
Let's take a look at the fastest man in the stage right now. That is second position, Elvin Evans.
He's 9.5 up on Solberg, and now the cars have come in through. They're churning up that ice, and they're getting through it and starting to create a line of grip for people. The final 3Ks of this stage definitely getting faster.
This is a great start to the day for Elvin. Oliver Solberg continues to lead Rally Monte-Carlo. Big day ahead for this young man. Could he become the youngest ever winner of this event? Red board's just around the corner for Oliver Solberg. It's not going to be the fastest. He doesn't need it to be, though. 8.5 seconds adrift of Elvin Evans.
Oliver, what is the plan today? Just consolidate position and not worry about Sunday points?
All right, now in this position, I don't care. You know, this is a unique, incredible position to be in. You know, that's something I never dreamed of, you know, so I'm just trying to continue like this, consistent and clean, and see what's possible.
Let's take a look here at Thierry then.
Something going on with Thierry Neuville, I'm sure of it. Ah, Thierry Neuville, stop Bex.
This,
puncture.
yeah.
He's got a puncture.
So defekt
it up straight away, a front right puncture. Ah, disaster for Thierry Neuville.
Adrian Formeau got off to a great start this morning, didn't he? Joint fastest time with Elvin on the first one. You can just see the distance between these two cars here as well.
Adrian definitely catching him though, isn't he? If I were Hyundai now, I would be getting Thierry to pull over, maybe at the top of the Col de Turini, and let Adrian press on. Thierry all offline there to pull over. Well done.
Yeah, Formeau had pushed the overtake button against Neuville, and Neuville has pulled off to the side to let him through. That's good for Formeau.
Szépen elengedte a társát.
It's
Hát ja, a csapaton
magnificent to
belül
see
mit
these
szívózzon
conditions
vele.
on Monte. I can't
Meg
remember
hát
the last
így is
time
kell.
we
Azt
had
hiszem szabály is
this
egyébként, hogy el kell
stage
engednie.
like this.
Hopp, 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 hopp,
He's
hopp,
lost the
hopp,
back on the
hopp,
way
hopp,
in. He'll get that stopped and recover it.
Okay, a mistake in the stage then for Oliver Solberg. It has cost him some time. He's still safe though.
He can't afford to make one more. It's his now. It's his to lose.
Josh just getting to the top of the call here. We are getting some news in.
16-os szakasz, utolsó előtti.
At just
Hú,
700
de
meters
sziklás.
into the stage. Crew okay. We've got no more details on that at the moment. Ah! That's Josh McAlean clipping the Armco barrier with the front left.
Caught out. That happened so fast. Just caught out on the slush. He's wide there. You see how he just got out of the line and there was just that layer of slush and bang.
That's the damage from the Armco. Look at the angle of that wheel.
Kicsit furcsa a kerékdőlésnek a szöge. Kicsit agresszív.
A very bitter pill. This is where Oliver's got to get those studs working for him. He could nick this stage win back now, because this is the worst of the sort of the icy patches at best. Oh, he's gone wide there as well, and
we're into the snow.
Easy now, steady. Whoa. How many lives has this cat got?
Kibaszott nagy szerencséje van Solbergnek, baszki. Kibaszott nagy szerencséje van. Miket meg nem úszod, bazzeg. Kegyetlen. És mindig tartja az első helyet, és egy percre rá Evans, meg Ogier. Változatlan. Hát ez valószínűleg így fog maradni, most már egy szakasz van vissza. Kegyetlen.
It has been an epic 3 days of competition. We have seen snow, ice, fog, wet tarmac, dry tarmac. Everything has been thrown at our competing crews ahead of the final Wolf Power stage. Now, it's not only the overall results we're looking at on this stage, there are extra driver points available here.
Oh, this is brave. 2 studs, 2 non-studded snow tires. This will be a dicey, hairy run down the mountain now with only 2 studs on that car. Here we go. Can he get the front? It's the front he's lost. Cheeky little spin for Neuville. He'll get that turned around. This is where Thierry Neuville had his moment. Adrian will see all of those lines in the road and know someone's had enough there.
Just a reminder, position-wise, Formo comes into this 4th overall, but there are big gaps in time. What he's looking for here are power stage points. Let's switch out, though, to 3rd place, Sebastian Ogier. Little bit off Formo's pace here, just 1.7 seconds down.
Adrian was really committed coming down the hill, wasn't he, Bex? I didn't see where he lost much time, and he was taking some risks. Seb really clean through the hairpin, carries good speed on the way out. This is going to be jolly close.
Let's have a look at the countdown then. You can see the time to Formo's fastest time on the power stage. What is Ogier going to do? 0.8 of a second faster.
Good job.
New benchmark time, 20:24 exactly.
He's called you his hero many times. Can you be impressed with what Oliver's done here?
Yeah, he has been doing a great job, so nice for the championship. Some fresh airs coming, and looking forward for some battle with him.
Elfyn Evans is absolutely flying in this stage. His splits are phenomenal. We saw an incredible battle for the championship title last year. You know how much every single point counts, which is why he's throwing everything at it right now. He wants as many of the Super Sunday points as he can possibly bag.
He's so clear of Ogier. That's wrapped up.
Ez az a pálya elején megy a full havas jeges szakaszon, utána meg, bazd meg, száraz aszfalt az egész. Nagyon durva.
On board with Oliver Solberg as he makes his way down the hill and makes his way towards making history. If he can do it, he'll be the youngest ever driver to win Rally Monte-Carlo, and he'll do something.
Ó, a legfiatalabb rally versenyző lesz, aki Monte-Carlo rallyt nyert. Wow!
So good for Oliver Solberg. Just a kilometre or so to go now.
He's almost there then. Swedish driver Oliver Solberg in the closing kilometre of Rally Monte-Carlo. He has really put on a sensational display.
Hanging the back of the car out through
He takes
there.
then, as we come through the flying finish, his 2nd WRC win. Wow!
Oliver Solberg has well and truly arrived in the World Rally Championship.
Huge congratulations to Toyota. 1, 2, and 3.
Evans wins the power stage with Solberg, Ogier, Formo and Johan Russell claiming the rest of the points on offer.
The most difficult rally I've done in my life, and it's my first rally in the car, you know, on tarmac, back again, on full level. And here we are winning the whole thing, you know. It's emotional because it's so demanding and it's been so stressed. I just want to say, you know, big thank you to Toyota for the trust and the belief, and I could deliver for you. And the teamwork, again, you know, like Estonia, has been fantastic with the test team and with the engineers.
Solberg took the lead on stage 2 of the rally and never looked back. The final margin of his historic win was 51.8 seconds to Elfyn Evans, with Sebastian Ogier relieved to claim 3rd.
I never expected that you could win here.
Neither did I.
Az a durva, srácok, hogy 270 vagy hány kilométer összesen 4,5 óra alatt megtettek ilyen körülmények között. Az valami nagyon kegyetlen. Majdnem 300 kilométer ilyen körülmények között 4,5 óra alatt.
Evans secured 9 Super Sunday bonus points for his 26, and Ogier leaves his home event with 18. Toyota topped the manufacturers' table after their podium lockout. It was a shattering Sunday for M Sport, who failed to score points for the first time
tehát a
since 2002.
gyártók versenyében a Toyota meg a Hyundai versenyez csak. A többiek azok valószínűleg nem gyári verdák, hanem csak, mint tudjátok, a vegbe meg minden csak felkészíti őket egy privát csapat.
This really has been an epic. See you at the next round in Sweden.
Igen, egy kis ízelítő, hogy Svédországban mi vár ránk. Ja nem, bocsánat, ez még a mostani volt. De az se lesz más, higgyétek el. Na. Hát ennyi lett volna a 2026-os év első rally hétvégéje, a Monte-Carlo rally. Remélem, hogy tetszett nektek, srácok. Hát meglátjuk, hogy a YouTube-nak mennyire tetszett. Bízunk benne. Hölgyek, urak, menjetek, fújjatok egyet. Nézzetek körbe némi innivaló, meg energia, meg mi egymás utánpótlásért, és egy 5 perc múlva találkozunk ugyanitt, csak egy másik linken keresztül, ugyanis kezdődik a Crew Motorfest. Most megnéztük, hogy mit kell csinálni, most megmutatom én, hogy én mit tudok kezdeni, bár nem kormánnyal, hanem csak kontrollerrel, de bízom benne, hogy hasonló érdekes manővereket fogtok tudni látni tőlem is. Természetesen a csatorna élő szekciójában megtaláljátok már a másik linket, de dobom nektek be ide a közösbe is, hogy megtaláljátok. Egy 5 percet szünetelünk, és akkor onnan folytatjuk tovább. Várok oda is mindenkit szeretettel. Aki megy, annak nagyon szépen köszönöm a figyelmet. Jövök vissza egy 5 perc múlva, a többieknek pedig jó hétvégét kívánok.